What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this Tuesday. I'm doing real good myself. Nice sunny Tuesday at that. It's like 63 degrees where I am, which is a far outcry to the way it was about 2 weeks ago on the same day, which happened to be somewhere around 14 or 15 degrees, snowy and icy and cold. But be that as it is, we know March is one of those months like as they say comes in like a lamb and goes out like a lion, or comes in like a lion and go out like a lamb. However way it is, you just can't get too comfortable in March and just hope and pray April and May and all that stuff comes around real soon. Okay, now this is a story that comes out News 4 Jax that I come across. And to me, it really mirrors the situation with Breonna Taylor. It's one of those no not warrant, proceedings where they did to this sister right here. And I'm thinking basically, I read a little bit of the story that what she's saying makes a lot of sense and it does have merit. But let's get into the story, and you guys, you after you hear the story, we're gonna check out the video, what have you. It's about almost 4 minutes, and you guys can tell me what you think about it in the comment section. Okay, it says here, woman accused of shooting JSO officer says 911 call proves she's innocent. All right. This happened in Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville woman accused of shooting a police officer and drug possession and speaking out through her attorney saying she thought someone was robbing her home and coming to harm her. All right. The attorney for Diamonds Ford believes a 911 dispatch call proves she is innocent. In the audio of the call, Ford asked the dispatcher to send somebody because someone is shooting. Investigators with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office said Ford and her fiance, Anthony Gant, were arrested after an officer was shot in September while police were serving a high-risk search warrant in the neighborhood of Moncrief Road. Additionally, both were charged with armed possession of marijuana with intent to sell. Okay, so like I'm saying, you just come out of the blue. I'm talking to law enforcement. Y'all need to scrap that no not warrant crap. You know what I mean? Because it's dangerous for you as law enforcement as well as a homeowner. You just can't come out of the blue and kick somebody's door down. Don't announce yourself or whatever. You knock on the door, you know what I'm saying? But and a lot of people to get up, in a timely fashion, and see who you are. You see, then that way that gives people time to comply or what have you. See? Now, to continue, it says here, police say the officer was injured by a bullet that came from a gun Ford shot through a window. Ford's attorney shared the 911 audio with the judge in hopes of getting a lower bond. Ford's attorney told News 4 Jax that she wants to clear her name. She's sorry for what happened, and she is not a cop killer. Ford said she and Gant were sleeping when they were awakened by the sound of glass breaking. She had no idea it was law enforcement in her home. Once they made their announcement, she complied, said Stephen Kelly's Ford's attorney. All right. Before I go any further, who wouldn't act the same way if you just all of a sudden hear a bunch of bumping around, your door kicked in, glass breaking or shattering or whatever, but you'll never hear nobody announce themselves saying who they are. Naturally, what you're going to do, get your firearm, you know what I'm saying, to protect yourself and everybody else that's in the house. This is like the castle doctrine. You have a right to protect yourself from invaders, that just out of the blue come in your house. In this case with law enforcement need to really scrap this no knock warrant search procedure. You need to stop with that shit because it's getting people, not only killed, getting officers shot, hurt or what have you. Now, to continue, Ford's attorney Wade Rowe and Kelly said she didn't know the police were at her front door and she shot in self-defense and wants to come home to her family. News4 Jack's crime and safety expert Ken Jefferson listened to the call. It does not appear, in my opinion, that she knew that the police were out there or that she wanted to take a shot at the police or try to fend them off, Jefferson said. It's clear, based on the recording, she just felt that someone was breaking into her home, protecting herself and her property, or which she is allowed to do by law. And that's the truth. It's real simple. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this no knock warrant shit, man, it needs to go. You need to stop with that stuff, Now, in conclusion here, after the 911 call, Ford and Gant were arrested. The JSO officer's life was saved by the bullet-resistant vest. All right. But both Ford and her fiance remain in jail as they wait for trial. She would send her remorse to the officer. Would be happy that he is recovering and send her well wishes to his family, but I think she would want everyone to know she is not a cop killer, that she respects law enforcement, and at no time did she have any idea that the person she was firing shots. Let me get this out of here. Well, she was firing shots at was indeed JSO, Kelly said. Kelly said she is not a flight risk and has never committed a felony. News4 Jazz asked for a comment from JSO, but we did not immediately get a response. All right. So basically, they want to hold this over, her head, which let's listen to this video and y'all tell me what y'all think. We're going to bring it in close.
Another top story we're following, a woman charged with shooting a Jacksonville police officer when SWAT came to her house is speaking out through her attorney, saying it was all a misunderstanding. Diamonds Ford and her fiancé, Anthony Gant, are now charged with attempted murder on a police officer. The officer was saved by his bulletproof vest. News4 Jax reporter Janice Harris spoke with Ford's attorney. He says she is innocent. Janice?
You're right, Tom. He says that she is innocent. She is so sorry about what happened. She had no intention of trying to shoot a police officer, and that she is not a cop killer.
28-year-old Diamonds Ford sits in jail accused of shooting a police officer and a marijuana possession. The shooting happened at this house in September while DEA and JSO were issuing a high-risk search warrant. Inside, Ford and her fiancé, Anthony Gant, were sleeping when they were awakened by the sound of glass breaking.
She had no idea it was law enforcement in her home. Once they actually made their announcement, she completely complied.
Ford's attorneys, Wade Rowe and Stephen Kelly, say she did not know the police were at her front door and she shot in self-defense and wants to come home to her family. This is the 911 call between Ford and a dispatcher.
Hold on, ma'am, you said 7232. What's the name of the street?
The dispatcher asked for more information.
Ma'am, give me the name of the street. 7232 Rutledge. What's happening?
Ford continues to talk to the dispatcher.
7232 Rutledge Pearson Drive, correct? Do you know who's shooting?
Oh, wait, that's the sheriff's office.
and safety expert Ken Jefferson listened to the call.
It's clear based on the recording, she just felt that someone was breaking into her house because she heard the glass breakage. She reacted in protecting herself and her property, which she's allowed to do by law.
After the 911 call, Diamonds Ford and Anthony Gant were arrested. The JSO officer's life was saved by his bulletproof vest. Ford remains in jail tonight, but she has a message for the public.
I think that she would want everyone to know that she is not a cop killer, that she respects law enforcement, and that at no time did she have any idea that the person she was firing shots at was indeed JSO.
And again, Kelly says that his client is not a cop killer, that she is not a flight risk, and she has never committed a felony, so she deserves a lower bond so that she could get out before the trial. In the meantime, both Ford and Gant remain in jail as they wait for their trials to begin. And also, as far as JSO, I asked them for a comment. They did not comment, but they did confirm that the JSO officer that was shot is now back on full duty. Reporting live from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, Shanice Harris, Channel 4, the local station.
Now, I just want to say before we go any further here, shout out to Shanice right here, this reporter, for representing as a black woman. You know, so many times, I just want to say this, that I see black women reporting. You understand? They get on here with this little dinky ass voice trying to sound white and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And you know, just the whole, thing that they do. And it's very, very, aggravating. You know what I'm saying? Just be yourself. And Shanice representing. So shout out to Shanice for that, But now to go on, further. Yeah, I think that Diamond Ford and Mr. Gant here, they have a very legitimate case to have these charges dropped. You know what I mean? Now, as far as the marijuana go, well, look how they obtained that. Look how they obtained and found the marijuana. And not only that, they legalizing the stuff all over the place. I don't smoke it, but I'm just saying, this is a legitimate case that I think basically that, hey, it was a mistake that law enforcement caused because they should have announced themselves a lot earlier, a lot sooner, before they began to start breaking windows and glass and all that kind of stuff. But y'all tell me what y'all think about the situation. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts, views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched, simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.